If you want the taller sock in the wide, you need to call right away. I'm gonna let you know what we have. I'm gonna tell you about the colors, but that's the one. I've done this presentation before. It's not my first rodeo. That's what flies out the door. This is the famous Copper Life compression sock with EcoWick technology. You can get the up to the knee socks. That's a choice. We also have it in the ankle socks. Okay, the knee socks, you can get it the regular or for an extra wide calf. These are the comfortable compression socks where you don't need a spotter and, you know, someone who used to work in the circus to be able to help you to get into them. Because some compressions, I don't know, right? My analogies are getting a little weird, I know. But I've tried on compression socks that are so difficult to put on. I do not fly without compression socks. And I will tell you, they give you that zing, that energy, that zenergy. And this is an amazing price. You can see on your screen, the retail compare is $150. And we're doing them for $39.99. And for that price, you get 4 pairs of compression socks. For $39.99, you'll be like, that's the sale price for a compression sock. No, that is one sock. One pair. This is 4 pairs. We do have color choices. We have the basics. Maybe you can help me go through the colors.
So we have the basics in 2 blacks, a white, and a gray. This is great for the uniform workers, the people who are on their feet a lot.
Okay.
You know, people who have to stay within a certain color range.
Yes.
And then we have, that's Summer Nights?
Yes. This is Summer Nights.
Summer Nights, and so that one, so all of them have a white and a gray included in them, and then you have the colors of,
it's like purple and blue.
Purple and a little bit of a light blue.
Yeah,
right
white,
there.
gray, purple, blue. This is Summer Nights. And then we also have seagrass and sunrise.
So this is seagrass right here. So notice how it looks a little bit like the seagrass. So you have the blue of the ocean, the aqua of the seagrass.
So we get a shot
there. We'll go this way.
Go. Yeah.
And then the gray and the white. And then here we have the white, the gray. This is sort of a tangerine, and then a fuchsia.
Ooh, I love it. So remember,
So
you're
pretty.
getting, we're showing you that because you get 4 pairs, not 4 separate socks. 4 pairs. So you get 8 socks, actually.
You get 8 single socks.
You get 8 single socks.
You were so funny.
They all match each other. Well, you know, because I
years
said
of doing this.
Wait, she's been here even longer than I have. So here's the deal. It's $150, and then you're getting a pair of these, a pair of these, a pair of these, and a pair of these. It's really, and wide. You have a choice of regular or wide.
Yeah, so the white here is the regular size. That's an 18-inch calf circumference. If you notice here, the ocean blue behind it is a 22-inch calf circumference. Here's the thing. If you are a wide calf in winter boots, you get a wide calf in these socks. If you are not a wide calf in winter boots, get the regular, because again, these are compression. So if you're looking for pain relief, if you're looking for clothing and socks specifically right now that are going to help reduce the aches and pains and muscle stiffness and soreness in your body. If you want a sock that is actually going to help your muscles recover faster, which means if you've done something to your legs, your ankles, and your feet, and they're starting to bother you, and you want to feel better faster, you wear these socks, but they need to be that medium grade compression, so they need to hug your leg in order to get that benefit, because by hugging your leg, what you do is you increase that circulation. That's exactly how this works. So we help to provide a temporary improvement in that localized circulation by wearing the socks, but you have to have the socks on your body for them to work, and so many compression socks are uncomfortable. We gave you socks here that are really comfortable. I will show you how easy they are to take on, how easy they are to take off, with that graduated compression up the leg, arch support. By the way, this has Ultra Guard technology in the bottom of it, so these socks will last twice as long as other socks before they get holes, and they are anti-odor with that Copper's Energy technology as well.
Yeah, and I will tell you that if you're at all thinking about this and you'd like to call in to order, that's your favorite way, you need to call in as quick as possible. Every single time we've done a presentation with these, we get a hold. Also, we have a digital store, hsn.com. You put in the item number 076499, or just swipe that QR code. These are easy to put on. Donna's going to show you that these are easy to put on. They're not, they feel amazing too. You just, honestly, you feel the energy. I've flown, you know, couple hours or, gosh, 8 hours and take off the socks and you feel so much better. It is so important. And I know sometimes doctors tell you, you must have compression socks.
That's actually how I learned about it.
Yeah.
Because I was on an airplane and I just turned 40 and I got home from that trip and my ankles were softball size. They were massive. And they were bigger than that actually. So I went to the doctor and I did all this testing and the whole thing and the cardiologist looked at me and he said, "You're healthy. Wear compression socks." And I went, "All right, I'm too young for compression socks, right?" And he goes, "Nobody's too young for compression socks. People think you should just be wearing it on airplanes, but you really should be wearing them in your everyday life because they help with your circulation. And when you help with circulation, your whole body starts to feel better." Notice what I'm doing here. I took that sock off while I was talking, and there was no yanking, stretching, pulling, and I'm not out of breath. I also put the sock right back on, and I did it by simply scrunching up the sock like you normally scrunch up a sock. I have worked for other compression sock companies in the past. They had folding techniques, there was rolling techniques, there were zippers on the side of them to try to get them up and down, and they did not stay on my body very long because they were too uncomfortable to wear for hours on end. And as I just mentioned, you have to wear them to get those pain relief
Right, and
benefits.
they don't have to be a tourniquet.
They don't. I love that you call it a tourniquet. That's a great, I call it sausage casing.
Yeah, but
Because I always feel like you get the marks on your legs.
Right, it doesn't have to be that way.
Underneath your knee where that band is, those skinny little bands will just dig in and leave a mark for hours and hours on end and it becomes so uncomfortable. Look at these bands. These are wide bands, so they're gonna stay in place, but they're not going to dig in and cut off that circulation right below your knee. The whole point is not to cut it off. The whole point is to encourage it to go up your body and towards your heart.
You guys are gonna love this, and we have two choices. So you can get the ankle socks, or you can get the knee socks. The knee socks come in average and wide calf. Laura did a great job explaining if you get, winter boots in a wide calf, get the ankle, get the knee socks in the wide calf, right?
Yes, and let's talk about, because we're talking about winter, we're going into summer. These are summer socks. So we sell Copper Life socks for winter. We sell them by the season. So we have some that warm your legs. We have some that help cool your legs. These actually have what I call the air conditioning vents in them. Notice how these panels here on the side are different. One of it is because it's graduated compression. So it's tightest at the ankle and it loosens as it goes up and towards the heart. But the other reason here is because these socks, those ventilation panels where the fabric changes, actually allow your leg to breathe. Breathe and air out. They're moisture wicking. They help keep your feet dry and they help allow your legs to stay cooler than they would in normal compression socks, especially as we head into summer. I love that they're really fun colors because they don't look like compression socks. When I put these on, I wear them in the airports, I wear them around town, I wear them to the gym. Sometimes I show them with part of my outfit, sometimes they're hiding underneath my outfits, but people look at them and they don't go, "Oh, you're wearing compression socks." And I have traveled the world with many, many friends. I am always in my Copper Life socks and everybody asks me about the socks because they're like, "Those are really cute socks." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, they're my compression socks. I cannot get on an airplane without compression." And they're like, "You're kidding me, they're compression?" And because they don't look like medical socks.
No, not at all. They're super cute. And by the way, they're for any age. If you've got someone in high school who's an athlete, they'll love them. A lot of athletes in high school and college, they all wear these they call them sports socks.
My friend's son is a baseball player, and and his son was asking me for socks.
Yes.
And he's on the high school team, and he was like, "Laura," I gave him a pair, and he was like, "Laura, this is all I want to play in. That's it." So, and that's the thing. And also when you have teenage boys in the back of your SUV, by the way, you're picking them up from baseball or soccer or whatever it is, whatever sport they're playing, maybe they're just out there playing with the other kids, and they take those cleats off or those shoes off in your car, the smell is outrageous.
Yes.
You have to roll all the windows down and air it all out. With this, because they're anti-odor, it helps to combat that odor too.
Right. And also there's padding in the toe.
There is padding in the toe and in the heel and in the Achilles to help prevent chafing and rubbing in the back of your foot. I say it helps to save marriages because you feel better when you're in it and nobody's feet are stinky.
We cannot confirm or deny what you just said. That's my legal disclaimer for marriage saving. All right, we're gonna take a quick little break. When we come back,